let's face it, 1974, I mean, that's 50 years ago. I mean, you wouldn't drive a car that's 50 years old. You wouldn't wear clothes that's 50 years old. Traditional liposuction is a dinosaur. This is the days of smartphones and smart watches. Patients are demanding better. Patients deserve better. And it's our responsibility as specialists to really provide our patients with better. And don't take my word for it. The recent surveys by the Plastic Surgery Society has shown that definitely patients, consumers, they're looking for minimal downtime. They want combination treatments that minimize recovery. They give them that youthful appearance. They want natural looking results. And they do want results that address more than just the one problem. Well, the future, as far as I'm concerned, is today. It's not tomorrow, it's today. We want to bring tomorrow's treatments into today's practice. We want to evolve liposuction into a modified form that should provide us with enhanced safety, faster recovery, and more natural looking results. In 2007, I developed liposuction into what I call UltraSculpt, taking the advanced concepts of the last half century and the cutting edge technology of the last 20 years. To me, I think that means that three physical elements had to change. The anesthesia had to change, the cannula selection had to change, and the use of adjunct energy devices had to change. And that's what we're going to discuss today. Just as a caveat, don't take my word for it, in nearly 10,000 patients using my techniques, we haven't had a single untoward result. I haven't seen a single incident of bleeding, a single incident of infection, a single incident of seroma. Not I or any of the doctors that we've had in our 4 offices in nearly 10,000 patients has had to take a syringe and a needle and drain a single seroma. We have a 98% patient satisfaction rate. 98% of our patients are back to work in 24 to 48 hours. 95% of our patients do not take narcotics beyond day 1. 98% of our patients don't take any medications, including Tylenol or anti-inflammatories, at the end of the week. So clearly something is working appropriately. Today I'm going to talk about the physical element of adjunct treatments. That's the energy devices that deliver directed thermal energy. These energy devices melt fat, kill fat cells, cauterize the tissues, and shrink the tissues to tighten the skin. And that is important. I've said for more than the last decade that liposuction is not just about reduction. That's an amateurish way of thinking. Liposuction is about the end aesthetic result. There's no sense in reducing all that fat and still having your patient have a body that they can't show off at the beach. What was the point then? So it's about addressing all of the concerns, including the skin laxity. And liposuction doesn't do much for that. So the ideal adjunct treatment would have these benefits during the procedure: speed, monitoring safety with thermal uniformity, would have these immediate effects, benefits, less pain, less swelling, less bruising, and these long-term benefits with uniform recontouring. That means a nice, smooth result, and soft tissue contraction, giving you the tissue tightening. These are the 4, as far as I'm concerned, most important adjunct energy devices to consider. Smart Lipo, because it was the first one that came out in 2006. It's actually what launched my career into body contouring. And it's still the one that I use very, very often in my practice with fantastic results. Even though it's been a very, very long time since it came out, it still gives very, very great results. In mode, I started using in 2018. These 3 are all radio frequency based, and that probably is, as opposed to photonic based energy devices, where the future is heading towards. They're energy based devices that are based on radio frequency. Renuvian, good technology, it came out in 2022. I'm not as crazy about it. I'm sure many of you use it and are happy with it. I've really been more of a body tight, face tight type of guy. I just got my Ignite RF this past month, just came out. It's the cutting edge technology, and that's the one that I'm going to mostly talk about today. But first, let's review a little bit about body tight, face tight. The mechanism of action: thermocoagulation. It's bipolar radio frequency. That's important to keep in mind. That means the 2 poles make sure that energy stays focused right where you want it, right where the tissues need to get the energy that you're looking for. Unipolar sucks because that energy is going to dissipate and go wherever it wants to go. It has to ground. It can go to bone. It can go to organ. It doesn't stay where you want it to stay. That is the trick that InMode came up with that makes it so good is that it's bipolar radio frequency and keeps that energy concentrated right exactly where you want it. It's a safe procedure because it has built-in thermistors. If you're a very experienced doctor, you're not going to get a burn. But if you're a newbie who's just starting out, then it's possible, you're human, you could make an error. The device itself makes sure that if you stay in an area too long, it will cut off so that you can't get a burn. This is important. Safety always is first and paramount. It'll give you smooth, even-looking results, a fast recovery, less narcotic medication look, and tighter skin with 44% more skin tightening. The benefits are enhanced safety, cauterization, less bleeding, fewer seromas, faster recovery, smoother, more organic-looking results, and an average of 44% more skin tightening. Who doesn't want 44% more skin tightening? How does it achieve all this? It achieves all this through the cauterization. When you cauterize the tissues, obviously you're going to get the enhanced safety. This is why we don't see bleeding. This is why we don't see the seromas. This is why the patients have a faster recovery rate and the smoother results, and why we get that skin tightening. And that skin tightening, by the way, is in 3 vectors. It's in the X, Y, and Z vectors. Later I'm going to discuss the fibroseptal network and why it's the key to getting that skin tightening. Ignite RF, fantastic. It's all the bells and whistles. It's everything but the kitchen sink on one machine. And you're able to use all of these either singly or in combination synergistically. So this is the bipolar that we discussed. As you can see with the 2 poles, all the energy stays focused right here. As you draw this out through the tissues, the energy stays focused through the tissues right exactly where you want it and doesn't dissipate and go flying around all over the place. That's important for both safety, comfort, and for achieving the result that you want, getting that thermocoagulation right where you want it. Optimal temperature gradient right exactly where you want it. Quantum, as our good doctor colleague here mentioned, is the next level basically for InMode. What they did is they put the ground right here at the tip. As you can see, it only has 1 limb now. This is mostly for the body. This is mostly for neck and small areas like inner thigh and arms. All the grounding now is right here at the tip, so it's a little bit easier to use. And it's also now for areas where it's for non-aspirating skin tightening. So if you've got an area where the patient doesn't really have a lot of fat, you don't really need to remove fat, but they just have loose skin and you just want to tighten the skin, this either by itself or combined with Morpheus is a fantastic treatment. Morpheus, several of our colleagues earlier this weekend discussed microneedling with RF. That's exactly what Morpheus is. And Morpheus gives you the option of being either subepidermal, going all the way down to subdermal at multiple layers. And you can combine the body tight, face tight, or the quantum with the Morpheus. Use them by themselves or use the Morpheus by itself. So you have a lot of options, either using each technology by itself or combining them synergistically with each other. Again, as you can see, the needles are coated, so all of the energy stays concentrated right exactly where you want it with no surrounding collateral damage with the thermocoagulation. You can either set with the Morpheus all of the energy at a specific level if you wish, or it gives you the option of burst so you can get multiple levels at the same exact energy, or scale where you can get hotter down lower and less heat as you come closer and closer to the surface of the skin. A lot of versatility for the doctor to use. Of course, all of this comes with experience. You need to really have great training and a lot of experience to decide how to maximize the benefits of this kind of technology. To me, the way I see it, this is like Microsoft Word and Excel. I don't know about you guys, but I've been using those programs for about, 20, 30 years that they've been out, and I just barely have scratched the surface of the power of those programs. This is essentially the power of this technology. It's gonna take years for you to really learn how to use this technology to its fullest potential. Even if you're an expert, you know, like most of us, to really learn how to use this to its fullest potential. So the kinds of patients you can use this for: patients that don't really have a lot of fat, just have skin elasticity; patients that have fat but really don't want a tummy tuck or a facelift or a neck lift or an arm lift. I present these to my patients as scarless tummy tucks, scarless arm lifts. They love that, and they love that presentation. Or patients who've been treated by somebody else with a traditional tummy tuck who didn't have an energy device using that dinosaur 1974 type of liposuction. Now they're coming to you and asking you to fix all that loose skin so that they can actually go to the beach now and show off their great aesthetic result. This is one of my patients. This is only 1 month out. 1 month out. And I did the Body Tight Turbo on her. By the way, I love the Turbo because if there's only one complaint I had about Body Tight, it was that it was a little bit slow. The Turbo totally fixed that issue. And as you can see, fantastic results with liposuction with the Body Tight Turbo. Here's another patient of mine. Again, this is only 1 month out. They're going to continue to improve. This is just 1 month out, and they're already elated with their results, and they're going to continue to improve. This is Dr. Rovati's patient. As you can see, a fantastic result with the Quantum. He used the smaller cannula, the Quantum 10. Great results with the Quantum 10. This is essentially a scarless neck lift. A scarless neck lift with the Face Tight and the Morpheus. A scarless arm lift. Ladies lovingly call these their bat wings. Great for gynecomastia. Another gynecomastia patient. Here's a patient, black skin, 6 months out. Clearly, that skin has tightened up. I get this a lot. Patients come in, "Oh, doctor, please take care of this bra fat for me." And I tell them, you don't have fat. It's just loose skin. And we can use the Quantum on this now and tighten that skin up, because they don't need lipo, they just need skin tightening. So in summary, please, if you're doing traditional liposuction, stop. I mean, it's 50 years old school. You need to modify your liposuction, you need to bring it into the 21st century. You need to add energy devices to your liposuction and modify it and evolve it. Liposuction should be modified to include the modern concepts of the last half century and these energy devices. Increased safety, faster and more comfortable recovery, and more organic, natural-looking results. That's what your patients demand, that's what your patients deserve, and that's what you as specialists should be offering them. You need to keep up to date in a very rapidly changing technological environment. Thank you.